best for last. You will always carry the best merchandise, and there's no way I want to find someone with your status.
So, he's the last one?
Yes, miss.
I see. Well, he looks vivid. Well, at least as much as you can expect him to be. After weeks in custody. It's fine. Just look at me. No? Fine. When did you say this one was captured?
The Battle of Nürburgring, Miss Kyle.
I see. That battle. How much time has it been since then? 2 months, I think? Yes, I remember. That was a fierce battle.
You were there?
Yes, I was there. And no one has claimed him since then? Sure. He's a little ragged, but I doubt slaves are meant to be vibrant and full of life anyway.
Well, yes. No one has claimed him. There have been a few problems with him. If I'm being honest, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Problems? What kind of problems? Is he stubborn? That shouldn't be a problem. I have experience in... Let's just say that there aren't many who do not bend to my will. Lots of people like him tend to be stubborn. At the beginning, at least.
That isn't exactly the problem.
That's not the problem? Then what is?
He doesn't speak.
He's just not talking at all, you say? Nothing. Not a single word, not a single sound. That is concerning. Have you tried hot irons?
Nothing. Completely nothing.
Blades? Is that so? I see. Would you leave us alone for a moment?
Oh, are you sure? He may be a bit of trouble, and I wouldn't want someone like you to get hurt.
Yes, I am sure. Oh, and give me the keys, would you? Thank you. Now, leave us alone. So, here we are, all alone. Won't you tell me your name, at least? No? Fine. Anyway, I bet it has to be boring. Being locked up here all day, I would imagine that you would want someone to talk to. I would, if I was in your situation. But this couldn't really happen to me, could it? This happens to the one who loses, and we all know who that is, don't we? Fine. If you won't tell me your name, I'll tell you mine. My name is KIYOKO&KANADE, first daughter of the mighty Albury family. That doesn't really seem to impress you much. Normally, this is the point where they start to whimper and squirm. What a surprise. You really are as silent as they said. Are you brave, or just stupid? You still have a tongue, don't you? Well, it's fortunate that it hasn't been removed. Yet, anyway. Aw, I don't even get a reaction for that. You really are interesting. But do you really think that being this silent will help you? Look at you, captured in a little cage, nothing more than a spoil of war, and utterly at the mercy of your foes. Come on, you really should talk to me. You know, your army was scattered. Nothing is left. That battle at Nürburgring was an absolute defeat for your people. Your king will soon need to surrender. Our troops are probably sieging your capital right now. The war is over, and your side is lost. You may wish to cling to your pride, all warriors do, but that pride could end up killing you. Fine then. You know what happens to prisoners? You're not the only one. You know that. Look at this room. All those empty cages. There used to be a lot of prisoners, but almost every dingy cell is empty now. I bet half of them are dead. And that's me being positive. They fought against us, and they lost. So I guess this is the result. So, tell me, if you're so angry about it, explain it to me. Why would we let our foes live? Isn't that stupid? The winners live and the losers die. Doesn't that just make sense? We make proper use of you all before, of course. We could always use some more slaves, but afterwards, it's not exactly healthy for a kingdom to let those who despise it live. And you despise me as well. I can see it in your eyes. You have every right to hate me. I mean, but how much can that do for you? What's that? I thought you were the last one here. Even the guard said that. Did they forget about her or something? Oh my, a reaction? How amusing. So then, this one means something to you then? You don't need to tell me. Your eyes already do. What a pity this is. She's close to death. I don't think she'll make it. Her injuries will kill her, or she'll be executed as an enemy of the kingdom, whichever one comes first. What a pity, really. Better hope she gets a quick death by her injuries, because that would be faster and much more painless than any execution she could await. Or, do you want me to kill her? If I cut her throat now, it will all be over. No more suffering, no more pain, no more humiliation. Just mercy. Just silence. Oh, and I thought you liked silence. Don't worry, I won't touch her. So, are you more willing to listen to me now? Your deaths would be a pity, really. I mean, I don't really care about you two, but it would be a waste. So, why die here when you could live on? I can take you both home to my castle. You can start a whole new life under my rule as my servants. Without war, without suffering, in peace. So, after all the silence, that's the first thing you say? But yes, I promise, she will be taken care of. I thought you would ask for mercy for yourself, not for her. Hey, don't look so grumpy. I appreciate your kindness towards others. Warriors tend to lose that attribute in war very quickly. So, what do you say? Will you become my loyal servant, obey every single order I give you, and address me properly? With words? You seem to have difficulty with that. Very well, a good answer. Let me just... Here, take it. Yes, the key. Why would I give it to you? Silly. You finally start talking and all you do is ask dumb questions. Do you not want to bring your little girlfriend? That's what I thought. I won't carry her on my own, of course, when I have a servant for that. Now, come on. Oh, and just so you don't get any wrong ideas, this key won't work on your shackles. We are also in the middle of a camp, surrounded by thousands of soldiers who would love to tear you apart if you touch me. So, don't do anything stupid, okay? I'm honestly just saying this for your sake. So you should heed my warning. Get her out quickly. I'm not a patient woman. So, this is it. Not bad, huh? It definitely is better compared to your dungeon, wouldn't you say? Did I forget to mention it? I'm a general. How else do you think I have such a comfy place to reside in? Well, you changed topics quickly. Don't worry. I will make sure the girl gets the care she needs. Some medicine and food will bring her back to life, somehow. She is important to you, it seems. A close relative? A sister? Or a lover? Wait, what did you just say? You don't even know her? Not even her name? Tell me, why are you so worried about her then? You don't even know her. I would think that you would have to spend more time worrying about yourself. Then, maybe you wouldn't end up in situations like this. You don't care about knowing her? You really are a strange one. So, tell me, you just pitied her then? If you take pity on every creature that falls in front of you, you won't have enough energy to look after yourself. So, what will happen to you now? Finally, you've started thinking about yourself rather than about someone you don't even know. I'm happy for you. Really. Well, you will come with me, of course. We'll go back to the capital as soon as this war is over. And as I said, it will be over soon. You will have it better with me. As long as you serve me well. And as long as you know how to obey and don't act out of line. I promise you a world of safety, food, and peace. Although I know you have your own opinions, I hate this system as much as you do, and I'm sorry I cannot do more. Oh, fighting? No. No more fighting, I assure you. Just normal household chores, washing clothes, serving tea, and taking care of the manor. Yeah, you will make a lovely little maid. What, you don't seem to like the idea? I don't believe you would prefer fighting as your prior reaction. But I'm quite tired of it all as well. I will enjoy the peace after the war, as should you. Even little things like having tea are so difficult these days. If I remember correctly, there's a pot of hot water over the fire. Bring it to me. I want to have tea right now. Oh, and don't try anything funny, yes? You wouldn't do such a stupid thing, would you? Oh, yes, those chains do seem uncomfortable. But I'm sorry, I can't take them off. Just yet, anyway. I wouldn't have made it to the position I have now if I trusted so carelessly. Don't you agree? You can understand that much, right? Don't worry. In just a few days, I will know whether you are trustworthy or not. I am quite good at reading people, you know. Now, we should change this unpleasant topic. Oh, where will you be sleeping? Oh yes, for now, you will be sleeping here with me. No, silly, of course not in my bed. Really, is that what you thought? No, I will give you some blankets and you can make yourself a bed right next to the fire. Not exactly a luxury mattress, but better than an iron cage. Or, would you prefer that I bring that thing back here? Thought so. It's already kinda late. You should prepare your little bed for the night now. And, as you wake up tomorrow, a whole new life awaits you. Whether it will be something better or worse than your life in that cell, well, that's entirely up to you. Hey, you. Come over here. No. Stop what you're doing. Come here. Thank you. What are you doing here? I thought I gave you some chores in the kitchen. You should be there by now. What's going on? You were always quiet, but you took your work too seriously. Until now. You haven't disappointed me this far. So, what is it? You want to tell me? What do you have there? A servant's uniform? Show me. That's an order. Show me. This is ruin for sure. Someone should have been more careful. I really don't spare expense on my servants' uniforms. You know, the better my servants look, the better other people can see my wealth and power. And it looks more modest than presenting myself in expensive garniture. You better take care of it. I will not be happy to replace it every month. I am sure you are very sorry. Yes, of course you will be more careful in the future. A mere accident. Look, you don't have to be sorry enough. At least, not sorry for lying to me. No, don't you dare lie to me anymore. I know this wasn't your fault. I can clearly say that this was no accident. Do you think I'm stupid? You don't need to answer that. Come on, I'm going to have a talk with you. No, you aren't in trouble. Not yet, anyway. I just want to have a talk with you in private. Go ahead, take a seat. No, this is not inappropriate. I can bring whoever I want to into my office. And I wish to talk to you a bit longer. Come on, take a seat. Do I have to make it in order again? No? Great. Okay, tell me. How are you, in general? You're fine? Of course you would say that. I bet I could place you in the quarry under the harshest conditions imaginable, and you would still give me that answer. No need to apologize. It is just how you are, I believe. You never complained. Not a single time since we arrived here after the war. You always endured everything. Don't deny it. I'm not stupid. I can see it. This reminds me of the day we first met. You remember? Well, it wasn't that long ago, not even half a year, but I assume after all these changes it must feel like a very long time for you. Back then, the war was nearly over. After the final battle, I was all covered in mud and blood. Well, just as you were on that day. But when we met, I was the winner of a decisive battle, and you were nothing more than a prisoner in a small cage. Well, you looked miserable. Not even I escaped that hell unhurt. Do I see a little blush there? Is that pride or shame? I am sorry. I didn't mean to humiliate you. After all, I'm glad I had the chance to take you into my custody then. You know, my queen doesn't have mercy for her enemies. For her, an enemy soldier is nothing more than a criminal who she wants to crush, who she wants to see dead. Yeah. The day of the executions, I remember. You had to watch that. I am sorry. You were as pale as a dead man. Well, enough of the past. Tell me what happened to your uniform. The truth, this time. No, it's not something unimportant. Tell me. I want to know what is going on with my servants. Don't think I don't notice what is going on in my estate. I thought I would wait until you tell me, but after all, you are way too stubborn. Or is it pride? No need for another one of your meaningless apologies. If you really are that sorry, tell me. Please, trust me, I want to help you. Yes, I am serious. Really, do you think I'm that cold? Of course I think about your well-being, like I do for all my servants. Yes, you were an enemy of mine, but you are not any longer. You are my servant, and so you are under my protection, no matter who threatens you. A slave. Is that how you feel? Well, if you want, you could go back. I won't stop you. No way back, huh? Your king would execute anyone who surrendered to the enemy. He really is a piece of Oh, I'm sorry. But you could join my queen's army? No. No more fighting. Yes, of course. I understand. So you wish to stay? After all, you should trust me when it comes to this. I see. Molina? Yes, of course. She is my head servant. She's worked for me for years now. I deeply trust her. She is an experienced servant and warrior as well. We served some time in the army when we were younger. Yes, I see. Molina is not so fond of strangers, especially not of strangers from an enemy's country. Please forgive her. She's not a bad person per se. She's just somehow very protective of me and not very trustful. Still, I should not be surprised. Remember your first days here? You were very exhausted and needed some rest. The first few days, she came to see me every day to convince me not to let you work here. She wanted to see you in the Queen's dungeons instead. Well, if you want to know, I was always the more daring type, if you want to say so. Molina thinks I should be more careful. Back in our youth, I brought us into some trouble, so I won't blame her for thinking so. But, so, it was Molina who ruined your uniform. I see. Not she by herself, but the other servants. I guess they feel frightened of her somehow, want to be in her favor. I should have noticed earlier. I believe I will be having some serious talks later. No, it isn't meaningless. As I said, you are under my protection now. I will settle this. No talking back just yet. What kind of general would I be, not to act when such things happen? You may think that it could just become worse, but I assure you, I won't let that happen. Consider trusting me more. I know it's not that easy. I don't assume that you will do so from one moment to another, but after all, I am very serious about this. I took you in. I wanted you to work for me, and you did so well until now. You don't deserve such treatment. Do you understand? That doesn't sound very convincing, but as I said, I won't blame you. It's all fine. Nothing to apologize for. Yes, I will talk with all of them. I wish to have this issue settled by today. You have some kitchen chores left, do you not? I see. Well, I don't want to hold you back any longer. Tell them I had a talk with you. They won't be upset if they hear that. They won't dare to speak up against me. They should know better. It's fine. Now, come on, leave the rest to me, and remember, my door is always open for you, all right? Wonderful. Well then, I guess I'll see you later.
Honestly, who does he even think he is? Like, I saw him talking with her earlier, and he just doesn't belong here. Really? Who does he think he is, this guy?
Hey, you. Yes, you. What are you doing here? Your room? Oh, yours? Like you morons try to make this land yours. Shut your mouth. Listen, just because our General Miss Albury let you in, doesn't mean we'll accept someone like you. Got it? You better stay out in the hallway. Like we let a rat like you into the servants' quarters. Hey, hey, wake up, wake up. That's an order. Yes, silly, it's me. Yes, I know these are the servants' quarters. This is my mansion, after all. Stand up. Yes, up with you. Now, so, you still want to pretend that all is fine? You sleep out here every night? Yes, I bet it's comfy compared to the steel cage I found you in. Still, it's not exactly acceptable. You are a human being after all. Why am I here? Not typical for you, asking me questions. Well, I was worried about you. Of course. Have you forgotten the conversation we had this morning? See, I'm worried about you, and it seems like I was absolutely correct. So, for now, you will come with me. No speaking up against me. You will come with me. To my bedroom. Wait, is that a blush? Well, you need a bed. Yes, my bed. For tonight at least. And your face tells me you would like that. Well, I bet you would like any kind of bed. See? So, come with me. I'll take your hand. Come on, give me your hand. And off we go. It seems someone's hard at work, though I guess that is to be expected. After all this time, you still respond to me in silence? Have the servants been giving you a hard time? It's been a few weeks since the last incident. That's good to know. I guess the rumors got around. What rumors? I bet you could guess. You have been visiting me more often, even when I don't call for you. Why is that? We have to keep the rumors alive. And I thought you didn't like them, but I guess they are the main reason you haven't been getting harassed lately. Do I mind? Mind what? I mean, I guess it is a bad look. The general in love with an enemy from a neighboring country, as some would put it. But if I cared about that, I wouldn't have brought you with me. Who cares if our countries were at war once? You didn't do anything to them directly, so don't hold your head down as if you did. We all just wish to protect what was precious to us, pushed into a war by our leaders. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? It isn't our choice which country we're born into. I never held a grudge against you in that regard. Oh, I'd forgotten why I came here in the first place. Aren't you curious? About the girl you saved all that while ago. I heard she's awake now. Yes, really. But you were lying to me before, weren't you? You said you didn't know the girl at all, but she's your sister, right? It wasn't hard to figure out. I don't think you're the type of person to risk your life for someone you don't even know. Can you see her? Well, maybe. Your chores aren't done yet, are they? That's because of me? If I was a run-of-the-mill noble lady, you'd be executed on the spot. But I guess we both know I'm not. I'll get going now. Don't worry. What was that?
General, there's an attack.
An attack? Who?
Marquis Northburn, General. I think he's sided with a bunch of orcs and is currently trying to take over this fortress.
This has got to be the worst time for an attack like this. Only best men besides the captain are on a mission. The Marquis must have known that. You were one of the top soldiers during the war, right? You might be better than half the men fighting out there now. Come with me. We're getting... Oh, I had forgotten that you wanted to avoid fighting. You can take shelter behind the... You want to fight? Are you sure? Is this really all right with you? All right, if you say so. Do I trust you? I don't think I have to worry about that. He'll be too busy with the enemy to even think about betrayal. Orcs can be rather tough, though I'm sure you already know that. Grab whatever you need. If my sources were correct, dual wielding is your thing. I've just the weapons for you. They're in the back. Be fast. My men need me. You got it? Let's go.
General, what's our orders?
We're going to draw them all towards the north wall. Our archers will have a better chance from there. Quickly, we need to finish this fast.
Yes, General.
And you. We're going to pick them off one by one, pressuring them to move. I'm counting on you to watch my back. Got it? I can see why you earned yourself such renown during the war. You had the chance to get rid of me even, but you've proved yourself loyal. A smart decision.
General, they're all positioned in the right spot.
You heard him. Off we go. I'm quite proud of our heroes. They'll wipe them out before they even know what hit them. Stupid orcs. Always pulling at your legs to make you fall. Huh? Where'd my sword go? Oh, it's you. I thought you would leave me behind. I am your general? I never thought I'd hear you say that. Thanks for the hand, though. Let's not tell anyone I dropped my sword, though. I am supposed to be the almighty general. Okay, we're covered. Let them fly. Aren't they cool? And there you have it. That is how you win a battle. You had forgotten the feeling? I guess I had too. It's funny how the victories fade so fast and yet the scars remain.
Wonderful job, General.
I didn't do much. This victory belongs to all of you.
Well, that isn't true. At the moment, I hadn't even recalled arrows.
Well, we defeated them, and that's all that matters. Captain Nestor?
Yes, Your Grace?
Prepare a large feast for the soldiers. They deserve that much for guarding the territory with their lives. Also, call a witness from the Imperial Palace.
Forgive me for asking, but for what?
I am going to knight someone.
You're going to what now?
Do I have to repeat myself?
No, of course not. I'll send for them right away.
Who? Now that isn't the smartest question. Who else could it be? I'm going to knight the person who saved my life. Fall on purpose? Of course not. How could I? Let's just say that it was an incident that timed itself to be of good use. Now come, we can't have you get knighted covered in blood. Well, I mean, they could oppose it, but I'll just crush them then. After all, you are my life savior. If they don't like me knighting a foreigner, it's basically saying that they have no regard for my life. That's treasonous behavior. Me? Having too much fun with this? Of course not. Just go get ready. You don't want everyone's impression of you to worsen. That would not do us any more good, so you... Are you ready? You are the man of the hour, after all. We're all just waiting for you. I like making fun of you? Ah, you wound me. Though I will say it is slightly amusing. You aren't used to the spotlight being on you, aren't you? But you deserve it, that's for sure. Ah, you're curious of how everyone is reacting to the news. Well, getting knighted is no small feat. There's some who've worked for years and haven't achieved it, but don't fear. You saved my life after all. Even if people have their doubts, speaking out about it would be speaking out against me. You don't wish to depend on me anymore? Oh, I see. Well, just think of this as a favor. I've no doubt that you'll be able to gain strength on your own from here out. Once you're strong enough to stand level with me, then I'll ask for a favor back, and we'll be even. Your sister? She'll be here soon. She's been opening up more recently, and after I told her you were becoming knighted, she was quite excited for you. I think she'll be able to see you soon enough. As you can see, the festivities have already begun, though I'm sure you knew that and stayed in your room anyway. The soldiers just won a hard-fought battle, so I guess they're a little rowdy. It's different from your home country? What about it? Ah, I see. Yes, the soldiers here are quite close. I actually brought them here from an orphanage that was about to close. They insisted on becoming soldiers to serve me, since they grew up together. I believe it's only natural they're close. Do I think they could become friends with you? Of course I do. You see here, future knight, people have opened their hearts to you a long time ago. Your belief that everyone hates you just because you fought against us in the war has been stopping you from seeing what's around you. But look, there are people here who care for you like I do. It's okay to let down your wall. It's okay to make friends. You hear me? It's okay to let go of the past. It's okay to be happy. Now, go on. Make some friends. Come on, I believe in you.
Oh, pardon. Are you the one who saved our general's life? I must say, you have our thanks, lad. Ah, right. I'm dressed. I was sent on a mission during the battle. But thankfully, I made it back in time for the drinks. Oh, but in all seriousness, We owe you one. See, General Aubrey was the one who helped us when we were younger. She has a steely way about her, but she has to look strong to protect everyone else. So even when she's rude sometimes, please try to understand her. You get what I mean? Yeah, thanks, lad. You know, I saw you around before, but you always look so dedicated to your work. I knew I couldn't interrupt you. You know, I got to introduce you to one of my mates. They'll love you. You know, you have this whole strong warrior thing going on.
Tress, I see you've met our future knight.
That I have. Tell me, why have you been keeping it to yourself this whole time, General?
I like to keep pretty things for myself, what can I say? It's time for the ceremony now, so I'll be stealing him again.
Alright, you lot, have fun. I'll be watching from over there.
Silence, please. We are all here to celebrate the soldier's victory against Marquis Northbrand, and I would like to also reward this soldier for not only assisting me, but saving my life. Please kneel. I, Kyoko Albury, General of this nation, seek to bestow upon this soldier the role of knight, with personnel from the Imperial Palace to serve as a witness. I dub you a knight. Please use your rank to protect the innocent and defeat the wicked. You may stand. And just like that, you're a knight. How do you feel? The same. Why don't you join me on the balcony for some fresh air? Once all the soldiers get drunk on drinks and exaggerated tales, it can be a bit much. Great. Isn't it quite peaceful? I guess even the world is responding to you. Yes, I think you're finally starting to find peace. After the war, one side may have won, but both lost their places in the world. Despite the glory that comes up with being a soldier, you can truly lose your humanity with it. And you have two choices after. Well, one is to crumble. Let your guilt and pain consume you and never open your heart again. But the second is to accept, to realize that we did wrongs, but not let them take who we are, to find people who care for us and move forward, not forgetting what happened in the past, but not letting it define us. And, Knight, I believe you're finally moving towards the second. And even if you aren't happy now, in a year, or maybe in 3, I believe you'll find yourself eventually. You think this is what I wanted for you ever since I got you? I guess you are correct to some extent. I couldn't help but pick you up, you see. Your eyes reminded me of mine before, and I knew I couldn't leave you there. Thank you? I don't deserve your thanks. Direct them towards yourself. Truly, you are able to grow. That has nothing to do with me. Oh, why don't we relax a bit before going?